God bless you all.
Oh my God. Why were you so loud?
I just wanted to make sure that we can hear. This is gonna be a new setup. So we're doing since we're talking about love,
I can't with
we
you.
we might yeah the coffee sound on the table.
That's how you say hi to everybody first?
No, I'm just talking to you.
Hi.
How's everybody? So far, nobody's here yet.
So it's
But
just me and you.
we're trying to see. We do this new setup. We gotta work it out. We don't have enough things that we need for this. So, and, but anyway, how's everybody doing? Hope everybody's doing well.
Hello.
I need somebody to get on. Hopefully, somebody can get on and finally can. You can text somebody as your friend and say, "Hey, can you log on and say hello to us so we make sure that you can hear us?" Cause I think we're good. I think we're good. I think we're good from what I hear. If anything, I'm gonna raise. I can raise. There we go. There we go. I think we're better now. So say hello.
Hello.
There we go. I think we're good. I think we're good. I think vamos a poner esto no para acá. Acá. Okay.
Is that supposed to be there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I'm not. This is this, but we're not using that.
I got it.
So I can go there, but we don't want to because that's not
Okay.
a good setup. So I'm not sure. I don't know if we can zoom in a little bit or we're good there. We're trying something else. If we don't like this, we'll go back to the table. But we're going to talk about. We're in the month of. Baby, you're killing me with the.
I'm
don't put the
sorry. I
Thank you.
forgot.
Thank you. Just the coffee is bad enough.
Okay. Really? It's that loud on your ears?
You hear? Yeah, you
Are
hear
you
that.
scratching my table?
But-
Okay. Sorry.
I just said don't do it. You can hear that. Dios mío, ayúdanos. Ayúdame, Dios. This is starting good already. Anyway,
Ay, señor.
I'm going to zoom it in a little bit more. There we
Okay.
go. I think I like that better. Right? So, yes, hello, whoever's there, the one person that we have. God bless you. I hope all is well. We are, this is our second round of coffee. It is, I did say coffee with the wife.
Yes.
Or coffee time with the wife. It's okay.
I don't. Whatever.
It doesn't matter.
Whatever floats your boat.
Whatever, it is what it is. But we are, I hope you had a wonderful Valentine. So we're going to wear a certain shirt but then we went with this one, which we still got on our trip. Right?
Yeah, so the last time we were on here was Lemmy's birthday, and I had just surprised him with a cruise to the Royal Caribbean and a trip down to the Florida Keys. We got these shirts.
That was nice.
Yeah,
I really
and
liked
so we had other shirts that we were going to wear from the Royal Caribbean, but somebody couldn't find his shirt. Anyway, so we wore these. We thought they were cute, nice in the trip. We had a really good time. It was really fun. It was really relaxing. Unfortunately, I was not feeling. I gotta look up there. Unfortunately, it's that I'm seeing myself and I want to look at myself.
I have it then, but I'm not gonna get up and get it.
I don't do well with this.
I can get this thing.
So anyway, we were on the cruise, but I was not feeling well. So shortly after, apparently, I had a really bad flare up from a condition that I have, and unfortunately, my husband had to wheelchair me around the cruise, and I also had to use a cane.
Yeah,
but
that was pretty interesting.
That was very interesting.
But we did it.
And we still had a really nice time, and we met some really great people.
We always do that, right?
What?
Everywhere we go, usually we like meet a couple that we stay in touch with.
Yeah. But this is not a couple. This is a mother and daughter.
Well, but
this time.
there are two people. Isn't a couple two people?
Well, yeah, but when you say
I
then
meant
people think you're talking about a partnership, like husband and
yeah.
wife,
You're
boyfriend
right,
and
you're right.
girlfriend.
Okay, you're right.
That kind of stuff or whatever, and that wasn't the situation. But they were really sweet, really fun. We had a really, really good time with them. So not only did we sit and have dinner with them, but we met up a couple of times to do things, and we hung out a lot more than we would have normally.
Yeah.
So it was really nice.
It was good. It was good. We had a good time. I don't know if you said that we even had a good time with the waiter.
Oh no, I didn't
Yeah,
say that.
We had a good time.
Oh
It
my
was
God,
fun.
he
was
loves
funny.
to torture the service people, and
I
but
want good food.
they were giving it right back to him, so it was really good.
I believe if you make them laugh, you're gonna get served better. That's my thought process, right? But it was a good trip. We did have a good time. The whole trip was really good. I think towards the last minute, like ending, it wasn't shaking, but it was because
There was one day where there was a lot of wind, and it started raining.
Yeah.
And stuff, but we still had a good
We
time.
did.
It wasn't like that the whole time. Haiti was beautiful.
It was.
When we went there, it was really, really nice. It was hard to go swimming because the current was kind of strong from the winds and so forth, and there was a lot of like rocks, and so since my legs were not up to par, I didn't have the strength, or I didn't feel confident enough to stay swimming.
What was the name of the island? I can't.
Le Bede.
Le Bede.
It's-
I don't know why I want to say something else. It's like I want to live a busy.
I think because of the way it's spelled. There's a lot of extra
Yeah.
e's in there and stuff
Yeah,
like that.
so
But anyway,
it was nice.
It was really nice. The only thing we didn't like was just the how do you say la jalando? When the people were like, "Hey, come here," and trying to pull.
It was
that,
weird.
it was a little bit
It was
too
just
much. It was
And
a
I couldn't
lot.
handle that.
It was a lot, and
Yeah.
Lemuel did not do too well with that. And
No,
then
I had to keep my composure.
he
but
did.
it
He
was-
did. He had to get
But
saucy
I had to
with
get
one
them
person
too.
because they were kind of like
with
yanking at me.
I gotta protect the wife. Lord.
And then there was this older gentleman,
Mhm.
and he was like, "Come on, mommy, I won't bother you," and da-da-da-da. And so I did see
I know
something
the
I
meme,
liked
though.
in there,
Yeah.
and so I went in with him, and again, it wasn't in. It was just the little shack thing that they had there.
Yeah.
And I took a look. He's like, "I'm gonna leave you alone. I'm gonna leave you alone." And then he didn't leave me alone. So then I said to him, "You lied to me." He's like, "I lied to you?" And I said, "Yeah, you said you were gonna leave me alone, and you didn't." So then we started joking around, and whatever. But then we bargained a little bit for what I wanted, and I got what I wanted at the price that I wanted. So
Yeah.
happy
Yeah.
me.
It
And
was
some extra
good.
stuff that he gave to me.
It's actually over there.
He was a cute little old man or whatever, And I'm sure he bamboozled me, but I bamboozled him back. So whatever. I got what I wanted for the price I wanted. That's all that matters.
It was a good trip and it was relaxing. And actually, we'll get to that, but let's say hello to my parents. Dios les bendiga, los amamos, los quiero mucho.
Bendición.
And I think that one other thing, what I was saying there?
I don't know. You saw your parents and you got
I know,
perplexed.
but I was gonna get into something. 'Cause
You said
talking
it was
about love.
relaxing.
It was relaxing. I think that's important. I think in a relationship is to take time, and especially when you also have ministry, right? You have so much going on, and we don't have our kids here, so you would think it would be a little bit more. How can I say this? I don't mean this in it because I'd rather have my kids here, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you would think it would be a little bit okay. You don't have to deal with.
It's not as hectic.
It's not as hectic. That's what I mean. And that's nothing bad with Nick or Isabel, or it's just
when you have children, those of you who have children, you know how it is. Your
it's
kids are
more-
home
yeah.
and you're
You're
helping them
attentive,
with
yeah.
things, you're attentive to them. If they're, at an age where they're into sports or this or that or the other, you're mindful of those things. You're driving them everywhere, you're taking them places,
so
you're spending time with them, you're trying to take advantage of that time that you have with them because as you can see, we're already empty nesters and we're not that old.
I know. I'm getting there though.
You're 51, I'm 49, and we're empty nesters, and so it's like, okay, so it's an adjustment
still important,
because we're
though.
very involved in their
but-
lives and stuff.
And even though it's just me and you, it's important that we take time. It just being stuck in the house, and it's being stuck sounds.
It's
but
not
just-
stuck because
it's just
we're
not stuck 'cause
super
yes,
busy.
it's funny, right? How we
I
are.
don't. It didn't calm down because the kids left.
Oh, good. That's how much you can tell ministry is very.
Yeah, it
a
didn't
part of
calm
our
down
life.
at all. Mm-hmm.
It does. And then you say it takes a toll, and not saying it in a negative way, but it does. It's just, it takes a lot of you, especially with me. I think about it a lot. I don't think that you don't either, because I think you do too. Because there's
I
time
know
that
how
you
to
say
shut it
something.
off.
I shut it off, but it's like I dim it.
I don't know what he thinks he's dimming, but he dims
I
nothing.
dim a little bit enough
He
to
d-
then all of a
It's
sudden go back.
24/7.
Yeah,
You
but
don't.
it's important
Yeah.
to take time. It's time, ¿verdad? I don't. We're just gonna keep it in English, right? I don't think we have to, unless if we know somebody's on there that speaks only Spanish. But I think that yeah, the ministry takes a toll on you, so it's important to take time. And so what's love? Love is
What's love got to do with it?
yeah.
Got to do-
¿Por qué tú
wrong,
haces?
wrong station.
Yeah. No, the other one. What is love? But that's in there. But you have to do things to continue to, just the other day we went to, actually, it's like a commercial for Blue Springs, but it's not that big. You can do the walk in maybe a half hour probably.
And that's really because you're stopping and you're looking
because
and you're
enjoying the
because you're
view.
enjoying it because it's beautiful.
Yeah, it's beautiful. And so just doing that, it's just, I think it's so relaxing. So it's those things that are key, that is important. So what is love? And I think I wanted to talk about, there's different loves, right? And I know we talk about the phileo love. We got what's the other love? There's three. Phileo. Ya se me fue. And the agape. But every way. Okay, so you have your friends that you love, right? You have the church that you love, as believers. So we have the church family. That's another love. And then you have your family love, right? And then you have love thy neighbor, right? So when how those things are different, right? When we look at all these things, right? We have our friends, we have what did I say? Friends. We have friends. Oh my God, I just said it.
Write things down, buddy.
Oh, I told you, let's write down the notes. You said we got this.
No, I was referring to myself.
Friends, church. I got it. Friends, church.
Friends, church. Well, I think you have it in the bad order, but we got
it's
the
not an order.
Okay,
it's not an order.
Friends, church, family,
and then just neighbors that we just gotta love, right? That's what God calls us to do, to love.
Well, there's a fifth one. You have to love your enemies as well,
and that's another one.
It's another topic.
So how does it differ? The friendship love.
You're asking me?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I was asking the mic.
Ay, señor. Well, there's there's all different type of loves, right? I don't love my friends like I love you and I love my children, but I can love some of my friends as I love my blood sisters. My blood sisters supersede my friends. They will always do that because they're my blood sisters. And
correct.
My connection to them is different. My loyalty to them is different.
Yes.
My relationship with them is different.
Yeah.
And I have friendships with my sisters. They're three different women, biological women, but I also have other sisters. I have two sisters-in-laws, and I have another sister, that I grew up with. She's no longer married to my brother, but she's still my sister.
Yeah.
I've known her for over 30 years.
So you don't consider it's not a friend.
I actually don't consider her a friend. I
Yeah.
consider her one of my sisters. So when people ask me how many sisters you have, I literally I have to sit there and wait and say, wait a second. I have to think about it because, I have all these women in my life that God has blessed me with, on your side and on my
Correct.
side,
Yeah.
I'm not even including Kathy and Debbie and Nancy, and Carmen and Rebecca and stuff. So it's like everybody's just different, So right now my brain's only thinking, my Mercado side. But, I grew up with these women, and they have relationships with my brothers, and because they have relationship with my brothers, then that instilled a relationship with me, and even if they're not in a relationship with my brother, because you know, Teresa, you know, I love her, like if she literally was my biological sister. So for me, you know, her being married to my brother is such a great bonus.
Yeah.
You know, and again, you know, all of them. I just love them all so much for different reasons. They bring different
Yeah.
things to the table. You know, Maria is like kind of like my sinvergüenza. You know, she's the naughty one that, you know, that we're always joking around and practical jokes and all that kind of stuff. Teresa is funny as well, but she is more in the spiritual sense. My you know, and Leah, you know, she's just for me. She's my person.
Yeah.
I don't know how to say that otherwise because we grew up together. She's my sister. I don't know how to separate her from Damaris and Sarah and Bernice. I don't know how to do that.
But and the Bible says that a friend sticks closer than a brother.
Yeah, yeah.
And so we can have our great relationship with our brothers, and that's not taking anything away. Because I have a relationship with my brothers and my sisters. That's not, let me not forget my sister, because you know they're gonna la hermana.
No, but with your sisters too, and
But
with
yeah,
Kathy, I have
yeah,
such a
yeah.
different connection
So, yeah.
with all of them. You
So
know,
there's,
and
there is a relationship there, but then again, like you said, there's a difference, and there's a it's just different when the way you love your friend, how you love your siblings. But there are friends that you love them like your sibling, right?
you know, because I have you know, Veronica and Julie and Normita. You know, those are women that I honestly believe that the Lord blessed me with as substitutes for my biological sisters. Because since you ripped me away from my family,
I didn't do that. The Lord did. Let's get that
you know,
straight.
when I moved to South Jersey, I didn't have anybody, and so like my sisters, you know, and my friends from North Jersey, they were all gone, and I was living in South Jersey, and that was a little bit of that was difficult, you know. And so I believe that all those women, your Kathy and Carmen and you know, my sister-in-laws, that we're bonded together because we're married to brothers, right? And then we're all pastors' wives.
Yeah.
We were all in ministry.
So that even connects you.
So that
more,
even
right?
gives us more of a bond. And then I had Julie and Normita, and again, they're all different. And Veronica, you know, and all these people came into my life at different times, you know. Normita was first, and Julie, and then later Veronica, and it's just different connections and blessings, you know. And you know, and Diana, you know, she's not with us anymore, but you know, I needed her at that time, that she was in my life, and you know, one day I'll see her face to face again. And but anyway, so for me, friendship, I'm a different type of person. So for me, friendship is important, and to me, friendship and family actually can be close, pretty close, hand in hand together. But it is still different, because at the end of the day,
but you still put God first,
and then my family,
right?
And the love that I have for you, and the love that I have for my children,
it's totally
it's
different,
going to be completely different.
It is.
You know, like I dare anybody to challenge me when it comes to my children, but I'm like that with you too. You know, sometimes I get myself into trouble because I defend you at all costs. Not at all costs, because if I feel you're wrong about something, you know that I express that to you. But sometimes in the moment when things are happening, especially, you know, in church, you know, if I feel someone's coming at you a certain kind of way, I may sometimes try to address that, and I try to be as I don't know. As nice about it as I possibly can. I don't need to say, I don't even know where I jumped into that. Not that I come at people. That's not what I mean. I just mean that because you're my husband, you know, and if I feel that there's something unjust happening, I want to be there to support you and to help you and to defend you, because that's just, you know, that's how my parents my father is a great defender of the people he loves, and so
Mm-hmm.
that's just who I am too, and so is my mom.
Yeah.
And so I don't know.
And then you have the love that you have with the church,
Hmm.
and there are people in the church that you love so much. They're not your family, but you respect them and you care for them,
Yeah.
and there's just, and I think us talking about love, it comes in the perspective of, first of all, as believers in Christ, correct? Because we gotta love.
Hmm.
But then when you're pastors, that you learn to love even more, and you learn to oversee certain things. You can still love somebody even if they're a hot mess, but you still love them no matter what.
Yeah, I don't have to agree with you. I don't have to agree
No,
with your lifestyle, and you don't have to agree with mine. But I can still have
well, we don't
respect
always agree,
and love you.
right?
Yeah, I don't. We don't always agree.
Right?
This
Uh-huh.
weekend was kind of rough, but
What are you talking about?
but sometimes things happen, and you just kind of you get into it or whatever. But that doesn't mean that I might be angry or
Mm,
upset or bothered about something, but that doesn't mean that I stop loving you. I mean, like that's not how it works. Because if it was how it works, imagine what state we would be in and what position we would be in the eyes of God. How many times do we disappoint Him? Even in fact, when we are disagreeing with somebody that we love, when we are disagreeing with somebody that we care about, when we are disagreeing with somebody that's in church, I'm sure that He's not a happy camper about those actions, and so we need to think about those things, and the people at church it's a totally different kind of love. For me, I immediately want to take care of those people. I want to do right by them. I want to, I want to honor them
yeah.
and show them respect and love unconditionally the way that God does to us. Because, I mean, like, my goodness, what is it being in this role that God has put me in, us in, being your helpmeet and so forth, if I can't show that to other people?
Yeah.
I'm not always happy with everybody, and I'm sure people are not always happy with me, but I try very hard to be very respectful and honorable towards people, regardless of how I'm feeling. And I think I don't know. It's easy for me to, like, okay, you can upset me right now, and then like in a half hour, like, hey, whatever, if I see you crying, I'm gonna go. When what, or the next day we see each other, I'm still gonna say hello, I'm still gonna hug you, I'm still gonna, I don't know, it's just I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't think I don't think it's correct to be holding grudges against somebody.
Yeah.
And that's something that we have to work on, because it's not always easy to let go of a grudge, because sometimes certain hurts are not easy to let go of, right?
Yeah.
But again, I think that in the role that we're in, we have to have a different perspective of things.
Yeah.
You know?
But that doesn't have to be. We still have to have that perspective as believers.
Yeah.
Not even as a pastors.
Yeah,
That's another
that's
side.
that's
As
true.
believers, I still gotta love no matter what.
Mhm.
I still gotta turn the other cheek.
Mhm.
That's just what the word says. I gotta learn to
Mhm.
be the better person. But you add to it as pastors, then yes, it becomes more. We have no choice. Not no choice. That sounds wrong. Because I think at the end of the day, we love because God loves, right? I think we love because God has shown us what that love
Yeah.
is, right? And God's mercy and God's grace, and because God saved us, then now we learn to we have that love, and so we express that love.
Mhm.
So it's supposed to be in us, right? And
Mhm.
whatever's in us comes out, right? Whatever Bible says that whatever you have in your heart, it comes out, it shows, and so I think that so when you love the church, you love them because you know that there's a purpose, and that what's that purpose is we want to get to Christ, right? And we're serving the Lord, and we have to find an even ground, a common denominator. And what's that common denominator? Is Christ.
Yeah.
And when we do that, then we continue to, we'll see, we see good things happening. And then you got your love that you have for the family, right? Or even if you go before the family, you have the love thy neighbor, which is anybody, not just like your actual neighbor. It's not just because it says neighbor doesn't mean it's actually the person around you, your coworker, the people that you interact with. You have to love them.
The cashier at the
The
store.
cashier at the store, the person that calls you on the phone, and whatever. You still gotta express God's love, right? That's it's not gonna be the same way like you love your family, right?
Yeah.
It's not. It's just it's not gonna be. You don't express yourself the same way. It'd be kind of weird if you like answer the phone with.
Hi, I love you.
There are some people that are very, but I don't think they mean it in a bad way
Yeah,
either. I think
yeah.
there's some people that are very like they don't care if you're a stranger. They can come to you like that's just different.
Yeah.
And every place is different. So we see that here a little bit more, and you do. People just like I don't know. It's like but we have to be that example to still love that other person, right? And to go that extra mile to be able to, show Christ, to be an example who Christ is in us. And I think so. That one is a totally different love. It's not as deep as your friends, right? It's not as deep as you love your family. It's not even as deep as you love your church, right?
No.
Because there's people that you don't know somebody, you don't love them like that.
Yeah.
And once you know them for a while, now they're almost becoming friends, right?
Yeah.
Or they're becoming acquaintance, or they're becoming somebody that. So you tend to have that. But I don't love my neighbor like I love my friends or I love the church. I think it's just different, but I appreciate that person, and share. It's like I have to share love because I'm not gonna hate them, right? You gotta love them. The other day we did something nice, right? And we did it because why? Again, just showing God's love. Yeah. So I guess if we're showing God's love, we kind of are loving, but it's God's love. That make any sense? Is it because no? Why are you laughing? It's like we're expressing God's love, no?
Because it doesn't make any sense.
Because it sounds funny,
of
right?
course.
Because we don't love how we love. Again, like I said, we don't love how we love others. It's just different, but we.
Well, I just think that God loves all of us the same, right? And that's my take on it. Only God knows how He loves everybody. But
He gave His
exactly,
own
He gave His Son for everybody. So that means that He loves us all one and the same, and He loved us enough that He made us in His image, which means each and every one of us carries something of Him inside of us. And so, if He was so merciful and graceful and forgiving that He gave up His child, and Jesus gave up His life for us, then who are we to not express that same love? So I think that when you get into a relationship with the Lord and you learn more about the Lord and you learn more about His love and what He's about, and you get to understand that kind of love, then it's easy to express that love to other people.
Yeah.
It's just kind of who you become because our job, right? My goal, my goal is to be more like Him, right? And to be a reflection of who He is.
Yeah.
I can't say that I'm a Christian and that I serve the Lord and that I'm representing a God of love and not really represent love.
Yeah.
So it's hard because our kids. I love my children, but do I agree with everything that they do? No. Am I always happy about certain things? No. But does that mean that I stop loving them? No, I don't stop loving them. If it's something that I really, really feel like, okay, this is they're going to the left instead of to the right. I'm concerned about this, and we have those conversations. They do with it what they want, right? And at the end of the day, it's my responsibility to then put them in prayer and leave them in God's hands because we've already done our job.
Yeah.
We've already taught them, and stuff. And it's the same thing with anybody. Yeah. Any kind of relationship you have with somebody, you do your best, you give your opinion, you give your advice, and that person has to decide whether they want to take it or not. And then after that, the best thing you can do for somebody is put it into prayer and say, okay, God, now, come on, I need for you to work on this and do what you need to do. And hopefully that person is also doing their job, and praying and saying, okay, God, I heard what I heard. I may not have liked what I heard, but okay, am I wrong? Am I right? Am I wrong? You know, it just might be a difference of opinion. You know, we're a little bit more conservative about certain things than other people are, and other people are more conservative than what we are. And so it's everybody's different. There's some people who are a little bit too free, and maybe whatever. Maybe they think we're too whatever. We're too conservative. We're too conservative for them. I don't know. Everybody's different, but that's okay because that's what makes this world, go around and makes everybody unique and different. And I think that is what is the problem today is that people have no respect for each other.
No.
I can literally have respect for every single person that walks down that street, no matter what shape or form they are or what they think they are. I don't have to agree with you,
Yeah.
but I can be respectful
still
towards
love.
you.
I mean, yeah, of course.
I can still show
Yeah.
kindness towards you. I
Correct.
can still show love towards you. So it's like, okay, I don't agree with you. You don't agree with me. So let's just respect each other and move on, So I don't know what it's so in this world that everybody's working so hard to prove that the other person's wrong.
Yeah, yeah. I that's another topic. We can do
Yeah.
another. That could be the next one because we do.
That's
we
more
do,
about pride than
we
anything
try to,
else, but anyway.
and it is pride. I think just learn to respect each other's opinion and learn to move on. We're not all gonna get along. We're not all or not get along. Well, yeah, we're not always gonna be in agreement, and that's okay. And even in theology, right? Even the study of the word, right? Theology is the study of the word. So the way you study the word and the way I study the word, and we can look at stuff, and there are some things that are clear. There's some that we can debate, and we can have some differences, but that doesn't change who we are. That doesn't mean that I'm going to look at you different. That doesn't mean I'm going to, because the important thing is that we're studying the Word of God and that we're seeking His presence. So I think it's important that we understand, yeah, we're going to be different, and we're going to move on, and we're still going to love each other. And then that's why when now we talk about family, and that love is there's no love like family. There's not. You can go from the beginning. There's not a love like a mother's love, and that's not taking away the father's love, because we need the father's love as well. But there's something about that mother's love that it's special. There's a connection. The children with the mother that had their children for 9 months in their womb, and so that
Technically 10, but
we're not gonna get. We're not gonna get into the debate. We got to respect each other. You just can't say all that, and then we're gonna go on. But whatever, 9 or 10 months, 12 months, whatever you want to say, or less. Some people have less, right? But it's important to understand that there is a connection. So I knew when I first, and it's hard, especially when you have babies, and the mother gives birth to that child. That those few months, or it can take years. That there's a connection there, and it's kind of like the husband kind of goes in the back burner, but it's nothing personal. It's just the mother wants to protect their child. The mother wants to make sure that the baby's fed. The mother has to do so many things, and then yes, the father has his part. But so I had to learn at the beginning she has to have her time with the kids, and that's not easy. Some men can be like, what in the world? It's like they forgot about me. So it's like it's important to understand. Okay, that happened, but now the wife also needs to understand, not to forget that she has her husband, and I think with love in a family, there's a balance. There's a balance in the sense I have my relationship with you, and I love you different than I love my parents, and how I love my children is different, because it's just we all know how different that is, and that's not even talking about the importance of marriage, but we don't even have to say what it is. We all know. We're adults here. We don't have to be the elephant in the room. But anyway, but you learn to. That's important.
Be the elephant in the room.
Yeah, whatever.
The pink elephant in the room.
Yeah, but that is important in the relationship, but I like the intimacy. We don't want to talk about that sometimes. That right? But it's
I don't mind
important.
talking about intimacy. I mind getting personal.
Personal,
about it. There's
yes.
a different.
Well, that and I'm sorry, you said something there because, and I think that's important, especially for a man, right? The husband, shouldn't be telling anybody else. You don't talk those things to anybody, to a friend, to no one. That stays home. That stays in the room. That's important, and it's important, but it's between you and your spouse. And I think that we don't need to get all. Just like it's important that we do have intimacy and that we love each other and we respect each other. But that that love is totally different from our love. And let me put a pause there and say hi to Glenda. God bless you. Saludos. She says saludos.
Dios le bendiga.
Te bendiga. Espero que esté todo bien. And so it is.
Well,
there's other people
reflecting,
getting on now.
going back to what you were talking about before, when it was when I first had Nicholas, our first child, and I was not sleeping at night.
Well, you never were a mother before, right?
Yeah,
so it's like all new.
When my mom left after I had Nicholas, she stood with us a couple of days. I don't know if it was a week or two or whatever.
She stayed for a while.
Yeah, she stayed for a little bit, and then when she left, I was mortified.
Yeah, I
grabbed onto her leg, and I was just like, "Oh my God, mommy, please don't leave me. I don't know how to do this." I remember when I was 5 months pregnant, and I called my mom, and I was like, "I don't think I could do this." She's like, "What are you talking about?" And I was like, "I can't give birth to this thing, like this person. Like, there's a human being inside me." Like, she was laughing at me. She's like, "Well, buckle up because you are." My mom always was there to help me, but my mom always was like, "Okay, you gotta do this on your own now," And she was, that strength, but she was always, if I needed anything or a phone call, if I needed a break, she was right there, even though we were 2 hours away. She was great. And, but
thank God
I did.
In Florida.
I know, thank God we weren't in Florida.
I know that.
So, and your mom too. Your mom would come. Your mom was fantastic too. She was like, she would come over so that I could just tend to the baby. If the baby was napping, she's like, take a nap. She would clean. She would cook. She would do everything, And that's what my mom would do. Okay, you tend to the baby so that I can get adjusted and used to that. And that was so great help. Yeah. And I didn't mind it at all. Like, I looked forward to them coming over because I didn't have to do all those extra duties, But when the time came that I finally was doing those stuff by myself, I'm like, oh my God, it was exhausting because, you want to take care of your baby and you want to take care of your big baby, and you're trying to like, okay, be, whatever. And I can sense that he was feeling a certain kind of way at certain times, and, I remember calling my sister Sarah one time and having that conversation with her and just crying about it because, I didn't know what, I didn't know what to do. And she, helping me and consoling me and kind of, reminding me, that's your husband. You have to give him his time too, so you gotta, but he has to understand that this baby needs you, but a woman also is going, like, her body's going, you're going through so many different changes, your hormones are changing, and so everything's just dramatic.
But I think the man,
it's a lot.
Usually the husband
but you took on a really strong, like, you changed a lot when the baby was born because you got super protective. Yeah. When Nikki was born, there was something that shifted in you, and that I had to get used to that. Because before when it was just me and you, it was all about me, and stuff. And basically, you changed. You spoiled me, and I spoiled you, and all that kind of stuff or whatever. But really, like, there was nothing that you wouldn't do for me. But when the baby came, it kind of like, okay, you gotta be, you got a little bit stronger with, okay, we can't do this, that, or the other. And I had to get used to that aspect of things, but that's what happens when you become a parent. Your mind, your heart, everything just changes.
Emotion, everything does.
And the love that, you have this little human being that God has given to you and said, okay, I'm lending this child to you. Now do right by this child, and stuff. And so that connection.
And we took that to heart.
Yeah, yeah,
We took that to heart. I don't.
yeah.
We try to do our best, and I think we did a.
I think we
Not
did
trying
a
to be
good job.
prideful, but I think we did a good job on that one. We still,
I
we
thank
still gotta
God.
work. We still gotta be a parent.
Yeah, no,
That doesn't change.
no, because
Yeah.
Nikki's married,
Mm-hmm.
and so
he
now
just got
he,
married, so he's
you know,
still gotta get that support. And,
I'm used to Nikki calling me about a lot of things. I feel like now he's
Yeah.
calling you a lot about things, and
Yeah.
I'm just like,
because
okay.
it changes.
You know?
Everything has a
Yeah.
place.
And
so,
Isabel lives on her own, and
Mm.
she calls me more than she calls you because
Yeah. Yeah.
different things or whatever. So it's just things.
she'll call me when she called you and you didn't pick up.
I love that
Like today.
all the
I
time.
know. Mariana
If
say
she
hi.
calls, hi.
Hello, Mariana.
If my daughter calls and I don't pick up, like in
Uh-huh.
that second, she calls her father,
She'll call me
and
at
I'm
night.
like,
Yeah,
okay,
you wanna
because
talk to
I don't
Mom?
I don't live with the phone attached to me, like I'll put it down and forget where I put it and stuff, and I have a bad habit of keeping it on vibrate.
Yes.
I don't, it's just because when I was working, you had to,
Yeah.
whatever, and I'm just used to shutting it off, and I don't know, me molesta to hear the noise of the phone.
Yeah, but when I'm outside the house,
Then when you
I need you to
leave,
have it
because
because
you've hollered at
I
me a couple of
called
times
you,
already,
call
and you get
shit.
worried, so I make sure to put the phone
Yes.
on so that I can.
But we're not
be-
gonna talk about that now. We're
that's
talking about
love.
love. Let's leave it there.
But this year we had a good Valentine's Day. We don't usually.
It was good. It was
Yeah,
simple.
we don't
We just-
usually do anything
did we
major
do?
for Valentine's Day because we love each other every day, and even though we still like to do things like we always give something to the kids, and we always
we don't
gave
like to
each.
go eat.
Yeah,
well,
I
you
don't-
don't. You don't like to go.
I don't like to go out to eat.
Because
I think it's a waste of time and money. I'm gonna tell you why.
well,
Because all
not
the
just that. Because we go out. It's just that it's more the line.
This is the
for
first
2
year
hours.
that we go out on Valentine's in a very, very, very long time.
Yeah, but we're smart.
Because wait a second, let me
Oh,
finish.
sorry.
Because I just listen.
Forgot
It's
me.
Valentine's Day, and we're supposed to be showing love to each other. But then I
Mm-hmm.
gotta go to a restaurant and wait 5 hours to go sit down so you can express your love to me. Just express your love to me here. Make me some dinner, or let's cook together. Let's watch a movie. Eat here. Just have time together. That's what I like to do. I'm a homebody. I used to like to
go out.
be
Yeah.
out and doing stuff, and we kind of changed.
But it was nice. We went to the springs,
Yeah,
and that was.
but
I thought it was
because
nice.
I know that he's been dying for me to go
I'm
with
not
him.
dying.
He's been harassing me. Okay, I'll
Yes,
change it.
yes,
He's been
thank you.
harassing me to go to the Blue Springs.
Uh-huh.
When I mean harassing, on a
No.
regular day
No, no,
basis,
no, no
harassing
harass.
me.
No,
But
no.
I like to
Because
go
it's
for
10
these
minutes
walks.
from here.
I know it's 10 minutes, but I want to go when I'm in good condition to walk. Number one, I
Well,
wasn't in good
that was
condition to
true.
walk.
It was true.
Number two, it's been cold outside, and that doesn't help my situation.
right. Yeah.
So, but me molesta. There was like 7,000 manatees out there at one point, and we missed it or whatever. But anyway, so since I knew
That number sounds so high, but it was.
it was 700, not
700,
7,000. I
you
said
said
7,000. I exaggerated. I was waiting
But
for
no,
you
it's
to
not
say
high.
something to me, but
I
you
was trying to
didn't.
nice. I got to show love.
Stupid.
It's 700.
Anyway, so he
It's
made
still
me
a
he
lot.
made me breakfast.
700,
I
yeah,
woke
yeah,
up to flowers and balloons. He always does give me stuff, even though I
Yeah,
ask
you
him
need to
not
make
to.
it sound like I'm
Just because I'm a
horrible.
little bit, hard when it comes to spending money on those kind of holidays because they jack up the prices on everything, and I don't think that that's cool. So I'm like, go to BJ's or go to the supermarket and get me flowers because they're a lot cheaper than ordering it and all that kind of stuff or whatever. But anyway,
I like Publix, by the way.
yeah. So
They got good
those
flowers.
flowers were really
They
pretty.
are.
Anyway, so he cooked me breakfast, and then I was like, Bendito, let's go out. Let's go do something. Let's go to the Springs or whatever. And he was so sweet. He was like, oh, you want to go to the movies? Because he knows that I like to go to the movies, even though I have not been. It's been years.
We have one like
I-
just 5 minutes away.
I don't know
Not
when's the
even
last
2
time I've been
minutes,
to. I don't even know what was the last movie I
Yeah.
saw in the theater. Whatchamacallit. So, and I was like, no, let's go to the Springs. So we went to the Springs, and I really, really
was
enjoyed
nice.
myself. And there was only 3 manatees.
Yeah.
When last month there was
So we had
over
to
700.
We had to. We thought we wasn't gonna see
Yeah.
one because we were walking for
Yeah.
a little bit, and like I said, it's not that much of a walk.
Yeah.
So, but then
It's so pretty.
There's a
Yeah.
kids.
There was a little kid. Oh my
Yeah,
God,
yeah,
there's a
so
manatee! And we were sitting
everybody
up the
started
hill at
running.
this house, and
Uh-huh.
we got up from the rocking chairs. We were sitting out. I was like, "Babe, there's a manatee!" Of course, we couldn't run, but we were trying to, in
We
our
have
own
bad
way, walk
legs.
as fast as we could. And we got to
Hobbling.
see it, and it was a little one, and it was so cute, whatever. And it was swimming in there, and then eventually two big ones came, and we got to see that one. Not as close up as we would have liked it, like we did the little one, but it was really cute. And we had a really nice day, and it was a beautiful day.
It was.
It was. And then we were talking about maybe going out to eat. So I was kind of giving in, you see, because I love my husband. I was giving in. I'm like, fine,
we
you want to
did-
go
we
out
were
to
smart.
eat?
We went
But
to
then we were
somewhere-
hungry, and we're driving
Just
by
right
this
there.
pizzeria, like right around the
It was
corner.
good.
And I was like,
I was-
he looked at me. He's like, you want pizza? And I was like, I want pizza. And we went and had pizza.
And
it
no,
was,
there was only two people there.
it was only two other
Perfect.
people there, and it was really
wasn't long.
good. It was really
I
good.
forgot the name.
I
Blue
would-
Spring Pizza. It's right there.
Oh, Blue Springs
Blue
Pizza,
Springs
yeah,
Pizza.
really good pizza. Chicken wings was good,
It was.
and
I thought it was good.
the waitress was really nice. She was very attentive. There
Very
was one
nice,
time where I
very
was looking at something. She thought I wanted her.
Yeah.
She came running, and I was like, "Oh my God!" I felt so bad.
Yeah, she was nice.
She was
we had
really
a good
sweet. They were
time.
really nice. We had a really nice time there. So a good place for us.
Yeah.
We're more than likely going to go back because the pizza was really good.
Yeah.
Because I'm
And-
sorry to say, Florida pizza is
Yeah, well, the Nona is pretty
so
good.
far in this
Nona?
area. Nona's.
Nona's. That's
is
a good pizzeria.
fantastic.
We did-
Nona's is my number one,
I'm
and
gonna
the Blue
tell them
Springs
they
I'm
need
going to
to-
say is my
they
number
need to-
two.
They need to give us something.
Yeah,
for
because in this
commercials.
area we have really the food is better in this area than it was in Palm Coast. Sorry,
Yeah.
Palm
Oh
Coast.
yeah. Yeah.
Sorry.
I agree. Hello to Junior Cuervo. I don't know if he's still there. Josue Ramos. I don't know if that's the presbyter or my brother, Pastor Josue Ramos, because they're both pastors. So it gets confusing because there's no profile, so I don't get to see their faces here. So whoever it is, blessings for being with us. And then of course you have your love that you have for your parents, right? And
Oh, and then we went to go see your parents for Valentine's
we
Day. I
did.
bought them some stuff.
we did. That was nice, and they were so happy.
And Debbie bought some stuff, and
She-
so we went and
yeah.
delivered it. And we went to go see my daughter, and
That was good.
so we had a
good time.
nice we had a
did.
nice
It was.
time.
It was.
Yeah,
it
we
was.
went.
It was, and then our love for our parents is that it's. I always say that.
And
how
I got a
much-
surprise gift, but I'm not going to share that. That's private. That's between me and my father-in-law.
Yeah, that was nice, but it's not go there. But that was nice. But I think that I don't
best
mean that in a bad. I
Gift
just yeah.
ever.
But I think that we, you I think any child. So I'll say this because we understand that some situations are different, right? So we tend to express our way of saying things and saying that people should be this way, but their relationship with the parents might be different,
Yeah,
right?
it's different.
So, but if you have parents that are with you and that they stuck with you, and those that they struggle, to make sure to put food in the table, do what they can to make sure that we're good. I think you have to. You can't forget that, and you're not gonna agree with everything with them, because I don't think we do. But you understand. I mean, those are our parents. They were there for us. They took care of us. For me, until I was 24.
Yeah.
Or 23.
I believe that
No,
if
24.
a parent is doing what they need to do to take care of you, to protect you, and to do right by you,
And then
and
the
to
child
provide for
comes.
you,
Yep.
and the child decides that they want to do what they want to do and live however they want to live, and then that's on them. Sometimes we can't, and sometimes you have parents that are horrible parents that sometimes you're like, why is that person allowed?
Yeah.
Why was that person allowed to bring a child into this world? Just to do that? Why?
Yeah.
But why? And so it's really
I just don't get it, because right,
I-
that's
I
like
don't
the best gift that
understand
we
it,
have.
yeah.
We get from God, right? It's children.
Yeah.
And so when we have our children, I think it's to love them. But our job is to love our parents, to take care of them, to love them, to be there for them. I think that's so important.
Listen, in my family, well, in your family as well, but not all our siblings were not all of us had great relationships with our
No.
parents for different reasons,
No.
right?
Yeah.
Now, as my
Adults.
parents,
Yeah,
as
yeah.
adults, my parents are in their 80s, and well, mommy's not 80 yet. She's going to be 80 in March. Sorry, mommy. I just told the whole world your age. But but she looks fantastic.
My mom is getting there.
I know, mommy's getting there too.
She don't want to touch the 80.
So anyway, but now as adults and as you become parents and my little brother is not a parent, but he still honors and respects and loves my parents, like with everything that's inside of him. So I really honestly believe that, but when you have a true relationship with the Lord, you know how to honestly love somebody.
But that's what the Bible tells us, right?
Yeah,
to honor your father,
and your days will
be
long.
So your days will be longer.
Mm-hmm. And so, but what I was trying to say was, there are certain relationships, with certain siblings that things happened when they were younger. Yeah. Certain choices were made on both sides, right? On the parent side, on the child side, we made certain decisions and things happen, and regardless, of how things happened and the things and the choices that we made, our parents didn't stop loving us. Maybe sometimes it was tough love because it was needed and they had no choice. I know that for my parents, there were certain situations that they had no choice. Yeah. Their hands were physically tied because of the decisions that were being made. And literally, because of that, I believe that the Lord worked the way that he worked and did what he needed to do within my siblings and within myself in order for us to learn our lessons and to be released of those things, and thank God that God had grace and mercy over us, and that we were able to be set free from those things, and that we were able to find the Lord and have a true, authentic relationship with him, and then that fixed the relationship with my parents, and my parents, I don't know, I just can't complain about my upbringing with my parents. Yeah. I really can't. Yeah, they did an awesome job, with
and what
they were dealt with. It's
happens.
8 freaking kids. Yeah. That's a lot of,
Yeah, mine, that were 9.
And they 8 kids, and not only did they raise us, but they had a hand in raising a lot of my nephews and nieces. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And so I just, my parents deserve to be honored just like your parents,
Of course.
I can't.
It's our job, no matter what. It's my job to honor my parents. I've been blessed. And not that I didn't always agree with them. It is what it is. That's not. But you still learn, you love them and respect them for, just because that's what the word tells us, to honor your mother, your father. So your days can be longer.
And I love your parents like if they were my parents. Yeah. Like I literally.
As well. I'll call your father and we can talk for a bit. Yeah. It's I think he likes to talk to me more than he likes to talk to you.
Yeah, if I call, he's like, ¿Qué pasa, hija? Like something always has to be wrong in order for me to call my dad. And I'm like, I just wanted to say hi because I'm just not that person. Like, I don't call on a regular basis. I'm sorry, I'm just not. My husband is really good with that communication part. He can call faithfully every single day. And so my father kind of expects the phone calls from and even my mom, she'll call my husband sometimes before she'll call me. And I'm like, what that, or whatever. Or if I was to walk in the door, they would say hello to me, look behind me, and look for my husband. As many times I have traveled over there to go visit by myself, and they're like, but why isn't let me with you? And I'm like, okay, well, I guess I'm chopped liver. So
we gotta say hello to Marianne Angeline. God bless you, Marianne. De Nancy, Dios te bendiga a los dos. Los quiero un montón. You doing, girl? Esa es la mayor de los 9, so ella tiene que tener un poquito más de edad. I'm not saying that you're old. I'm just saying because you're the oldest.
Leave her alone.
I just say she's the oldest, so she has to be a certain age. I'm 50.
You're not 50.
I'm 51.
Yeah, that's a
and my father's 30 years older than me.
Mm-hmm. So
he was 31.
81.
So he's 81. Mm-hmm. So Nancy is.
So how's Nancy?
When I say she's
she's in her 60s.
I know, Anita.
Anyway,
it's good. It's a good. She's living the good life. But it is, and I think actually I don't know if you guys have a question of anything. I don't know. has to be with family.
I think the rough
or
part is
marriage.
the part in the Bible that's rough is loving your enemy.
And then you got you got loving your enemy. How you love someone that you just, because you're not supposed to hate though.
No.
As a Christian, you're not supposed to hate, but there are
times that.
But there are people that are your
difficult.
enemies, and you don't have to.
Yeah.
Not because of you, because they're coming at you, right? They're still your
But
enemies.
it's not even about that. There's certain people who have physically harmed somebody.
Yeah.
There are people who have
and
destroyed
yeah.
families. There are people who have, and so it's really super hard
Yeah.
to be able to have that grace and mercy that the Lord has for us. But it is what is required from us, because the Word says is to forgive how many times?
70 times 7.
70
Do you
times
know how
7.
many is that?
A lot.
4,900. 4090. 490. 49 and 0. Yeah, 4,900.
So
Anyway. No, I'm saying that wrong. 490.
I'm glad you're getting it wrong, because you're always messing with me about the math.
No, I had the number right. I just was saying it wrong. 490. But no, that is so key, and that is so hard.
Because you're always
Because
making
when
fun
you
of me
love
because of those crime shows I watch, but that's kind of
Yeah.
the stuff that I
But if
watch
you-
in the court part, because there have been times where
But that's
someone has
it.
murdered
Yeah.
their child or
And
their
they
spouse,
and they forgive them.
and they forgive them.
And you love that.
And
but
you're-
that's
I'm just
God,
like,
and you know that
wow.
person is just filled with God's love. Because somebody that doesn't have God, it's just hard. I mean, I could see somebody that's a good person that doesn't serve the Lord and still have that heart. But man, you really love the Lord when you can really set that. I once I heard Gigi Avila's testimony, and that was his daughter. His daughter was killed by his son-in-law, and he said that was the toughest thing. He had to go to prison, and he went and asked for forgiveness. When he got out, he always spent time with him, even after ministry, which is crazy. But that, you know who does that? That's God. Nancy Dio, it's 61 is only a number. Say that again, Nancy.
Yeah, we can dislike.
Not hate, but dislike. Yeah.
You definitely can
You're
dislike.
sure right. But I got a question for you. This is a good. We're not gonna get into it, but this becomes it's almost our theology here, and then now we gotta break it out. So we're not gonna go there.
That's your word of the
But
day,
the
theology.
Bible, no, it's just I'm saying it aloud. That's it. It's not the word of the day. The word of the day is love. But the Bible says, and this is interesting, because the Bible says there's a time to laugh, there's a time to cry, and there's a time to hate. But I don't think it's the way that we look at it, right? But I think, and the Bible says that being angry is not a sin. It's falling into. So it's not. It's falling into allowing that anger to cause you to sin. So it's not giving you a right to, because you can be at the moment. Listen, I think Peter was a man that man, he cut somebody's ear because he just couldn't control himself. And he was just always getting upset.
Yeah.
You know how many disciples were doing things that they shouldn't have done? And so, you know.
Imagine how angry he must have been with Judas.
And he was mad because they were mad because they're trying to protect Jesus.
Yeah.
Because they're like getting mad at him and saying, you know, what are you doing? But then Jesus got to say, what are you doing? And then he rebukes him, right? But I think that, so being angry, and you can, I wouldn't say to the point to set to hate, but you can dislike somebody.
Well, the word does say there's a time to hate.
Yeah,
right?
but
I don't
But I
believe
don't think
that
that
means
we
like
hate,
hate a person.
Yeah.
It's probably okay, and maybe it does. I don't know.
It's just a
That's
strong
something we gotta look into, right?
Let's say a strong dislike.
Yeah. But it could be referring. It doesn't even have to be referring to a person. It could be referring to an action.
Yeah.
It can be referring to something that was done to you, something that has happened.
Yeah. So,
there's a number of things that
of course.
word can mean. But at the end of the day, the word does tell us, do not fall into that trap of being stuck angry and falling into bitterness, because the only one that you're hurting is yourself.
Exactly.
If you're constantly bitter towards somebody, and then you're only hurting yourself, guarantee you that person's not thinking about you.
No.
You're thinking more about that person, that person's thinking about you. And you're wasting that energy on yourself for what? For what? Because if that person does not have the same affection for you or love or consideration or respect for you, then why waste your time thinking about it? It's not a bad thing. There are certain people in my life that that sometimes people are like, oh, do you pray for that person? I said, you know what? I haven't prayed for that person because I don't think about that person.
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just saying, like, if something has
I wish
happened to me,
I wish tomorrow.
I don't think about that person.
You don't wish nobody bad.
Yeah,
either.
no, it's not because I'm wishing them bad. I'm not thinking of
You
that
could
person
be
because
moving
they don't
on.
have effect on
Exactly.
me. There's no effect on me. So I'm like, I moved on.
Yep. Yeah.
And okay, there I go. And if something happens to that person, God forbid, then I hope that I have the sense and the grace and the mercy, right, to come to that person's aid and to assist that person because that's what we're called to do.
I won't give them CPR if they're down. Unless
Oh my
somebody,
God,
no,
let me.
I'm lying. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that.
Well, you
babe.
wouldn't because
me.
you don't know how to.
No, I think I would.
You know how to give CPR.
Yeah, it's easy. You just go full.
Yeah, you could break someone's ribs.
But that's why you got to do it. I know what it is.
You're CPR certified.
No, yeah. I'm a Christian, Pentecostal, and righteous.
I knew you were gonna call me something stupid. I can't.
So I'm a CPR certified.
Whatever. I can't.
I like that one. By the way.
Whatever. So dumb.
No. I think at the end of the day, you come to the rescue of that person if you have to. It doesn't matter.
You have to have compassion.
You have again.
There are a lot of people that I hear think that I'm like, oh my God, that person
but you don't
is
wish them
such
bad.
a fool.
Yeah.
And then something happens, and I'm like, oh, that's
Exactly.
awful.
Yeah.
Because you just, regardless of someone being foolish, you don't wish bad things on people. That's not what we're here for.
No.
You're okay. If that person's foolish, then put them into prayer that the Lord will give them some wisdom and some guidance to act right.
Yeah. Marianne, you like the CPR breakdown I gave there?
Don't encourage him, Marianne.
Adriana.
Oh my
I
God!
know Adriana's gonna come to my rescue and my side.
Oh my God!
Because it was good. That was in the moment, man. I gotta write that down.
Don't encourage
CPR.
him.
No,
Please
Christian,
don't, because I have to live
Pentecostal.
with it. You don't.
I'm a Christian, Pentecostal, and righteous.
Oh my God, church!
I-
If any of my church people are
I feel
watching,
the
I am
Lord.
gonna apologize now
I
because he's
feel the
gonna bring us
Lord.
up tomorrow.
I said, I feel the Lord. You guys are so cute.
Hi,
Adriana,
Mama.
you gotta
I love
come
you.
down.
I
You gotta
miss
come
you.
down. I know.
I
Dito.
know. Well, I have
It's
to
not
give her
too
my
bad.
address
It's
first
only
in
a-
order for her
well,
to get.
It's only an hour.
We've been really busy.
It is a lot.
It's just been super crazy,
It
but
is.
you definitely have to come.
We
see
do
me.
got to get together. But yeah, I think at the end of the day, you tend to know what it is, and it's already an hour. Wow. Okay.
Is it? Oh.
Yeah, it was
someone-
like the first 20 minutes was like, oh my God, we're gonna have to cut
Oh.
this short. But the
Well, the first 20 minutes we were in late.
no.
Yeah, we got in late. You were in late.
It was 8:10. 8:10.
And what time is it now?
It's not. It's an hour. It tells you right here.
Where do you see
It
the
tells
time?
you right here. It tells you an hour.
Oh.
See, I gotta give her the class 8 hours.
But we have
It
8
says
more
2
minutes.
people watching for what?
We,
Babe, it's a whole hour. That tells you.
I know, but we got in at 8. Oh.
Oh my God! And then I said, babe, the math.
No.
It's an hour. So it's an
It's
hour and 2 minutes.
9:05.
Exactly. That's what I said. I said we got into like around 8:02 or 8:05.
You said
It's-
8:10.
Oh, I did. You're right. But so I still,
Whatever.
So we didn't. That just proved that I didn't get it. 102. That means it was 9:06. That was 9:04. 4 minutes. I was late. And 8:04. 8:04. But anyway,
You like our shirts?
oh yeah. By the way, yeah. So
See,
interesting.
Adriana?
But let's finish here, right? Interesting. We bought the shirt at a
Rest stop.
rest stop, heading towards Miami, and we got a shirt. And then when we got to but how did we do that?
On
Was it
our
when we were-
on our way to Miami, we got the shirts.
The shirt, and then
on the way back home,
but the cruise you found out.
oh,
they had
on the
them out.
cruise, I found out that the shirt that we had purchased, it was damaged.
Yeah.
It wasn't
We
good.
didn't know
So, we ended up stopping at the exact same
Yeah.
rest stop just by coincidence.
So I ended up.
And so my hubby went inside and did me a solid and went in and said, "Hey, we were here a couple
That
days
was
ago."
nice. She was like, yeah, sure,
And
just
she
go.
changed it and stuff.
She didn't look at the receipt.
She
Thank the
exchanged
Lord.
it for
But I had
us.
the receipt anyway.
So I was a happy camper.
But yeah, so we got the shirt, and
That's what you wanted to talk about with the shirt?
No, you said
You started talking about
you
the shirt.
said that. Do you like our shirt? And
Yeah, because I was talking to
was interesting that
Adriana.
we said.
If she liked my shirt.
I know, and then you said, I just want to let them know. I just wanted to know that let them know that's what
You just
happened
wanted
there.
them to know you did something for me because you love me.
No, that we went to the same bus stop.
Bus stop?
Went to the same
Rest stop.
or rest stop, whatever you
Oh,
want to
pit
call
stop
it.
too. You can call it that.
That's what they call it. You know
Yeah,
that.
I know. It's called a pit stop.
Yeah,
But you called it a bus stop.
I know. And okay, okay. The time is we are done. We are finished. You see, this is how you do. You know when you just gotta move on. No, but love is a great thing. Love your family, love your friends, love your church, love everybody. At the end of the day, see, look, we look at it. Love. See, that's the theme today. Adriana. So it's important that continue to love, continue to honor your parents, continue to respect, and at the end of the day, the hard one, continue to love your enemies, wish them well, let them go. At the end of the day, and I wanted to say
And
that
love
part.
your children too.
And love your
Because
children.
sometimes parents.
Well, you gotta love them no matter
No,
what.
well, some parents are really rough on their kids, and some
Yeah,
parents,
I
if the
agree.
kids are not living the life they want them to live,
Correct.
then it's like they're disappointing.
the end
They're
of the
this,
world.
and you know what? At the
Yeah.
end of the day, that's not your call.
No.
That's not your call. Every person has the right to live their life how they want to.
Yep.
They should be living their life according to God's word, right?
Yes.
If they're not, then that's between them and the Lord. But how can we win our children over to the Lord if we're not showing them love?
We show sometimes we can show
We can show
some parents
strangers
exactly
more love than we do our own
do
children.
our own children, and
And
that's
that's a
sad.
shame. That's really sad.
Oh, we almost said the same thing, but you went shame. I said sad, but it's the same thing. Es la misma cosa. So anyway, but it's important to love. I hope that you had like we said earlier, you had a great Valentine and just love. And it's not a couple thing. It's just loving how God wants us to love and continue to respect one another. And I think if we learn to love each other in our differences, this world will be even better. I think we're too worried about trying to prove a point, like you said earlier, trying to prove a point, trying to make a difference, trying to win a fight, trying to win or not a fight, or to win a debate, and it's not worth it. It's not worth it. And even in the church, and that's another topic that I always talk about is trying to win a debate in church, trying to win. Well, you know, like my point is it's better than yours, or is the correct way, and sometimes that mentality is not a good thing, and I don't think God honors that. You know, because at the end of the day, when we do anything, even if we're not agreeing, you agree to you disagree. What is it? What they say? You agree to disagree.
You agree to disagree.
You know, and you still learn to respect that person and love that person. And when we do that, you know, it's a better life. I think that's why, you know, our life has been it's not been the greatest, but it has been good. And because we have God's love, but we learn to love, and we've received that love as well, right? Because we love, we also receive love. When we express love, as we express the love to our children, they love us back. We love our express when we express our love to our friends, they love us back. So and all that, and even in our neighbors. So
it shouldn't be difficult.
No.
And
no,
I think that
no.
when it is difficult, and that's when you have to get on your knees and you have to
And
pray.
pray.
And the more that you build a relationship with God, the more you're going to understand how to love other people, regardless of your differences, regardless of the hurt that they have caused you. Because at the end of the day, forgiveness is more for you than it is for that person.
Correct.
Because you're able to release it, let it go, and to move on.
Yeah, and I was gonna say something earlier, and I was gonna say it twice, and I forgot, and I'm gonna say it now, and I forgot. No, that at the end of the day, God will take care of those people that come after you. He just will do it. You know, he knows what he does.
He's
and
a
he
just
knows-
God.
He is a just God, and he protects his children. And so it's not. So you don't even have to worry about it. You don't have. All you got to do is continue to love God, love others, and just serve. Right. That's one of my brother's church
Their vision, right?
vision,
Their
right?
vision or motto.
Love
Mission
God,
or
love
something.
others, and serve. And I think that should be all of our thing is to learn to, because you love, you serve. Because Jesus is love and he served. That was what he did. And that's what we're supposed to do. And so, but yeah.
Yeah. I think my last thought is this.
Uh-huh.
Remember when Jesus was on the cross
Uh-huh.
and the thief
Yeah.
said to him, what did the thief say to him?
He said, remember me? Remember, I'm going to Spanish and English.
All right.
Remember
So
me
the point is that
when you
Jesus,
get to paradise, right?
he
Okay.
recognized who Jesus was
Yeah.
on that cross, right? And then Jesus told him, "You will be with me," right? And,
Yeah.
and forgave him for his sins right there on the cross. That man did not have to get down from the cross, get baptized, and do all that stuff, right? Even though it is necessary for us, to be baptized. But at the end of the day, if Christ was able to forgive someone who was hanging on the cross
Yep.
next to him, who are we not to forgive others?
Yeah.
And not to express that same kind of love and mercy.
Yeah.
That's my point. Because there's so many different
Remember me when
preachings you
get
can
to
do
the
with
pa-
that.
See, I got it Spanish and English. I'm still trying to. I know it.
That's why I
It's like
paraphrase
you
everything.
You
'Cause
just
I'm not,
did it, and it just.
Yeah, I just-
And then I don't have to say the exactly way. You guys know
Yeah,
what I'm saying.
I wasn't expecting you to say like
No, I know you
exactly. I
didn't.
just wanted- yeah.
No te por si acaso que los hermanos se ponen. Amén.
All
Dios
right,
le
guys.
bendiga, hermana Mariana. Adriana say amen too. So we love you guys.
Love you guys.
Thank you always for your support, for your love, for being with us, and continue to keep me and my wife in prayer. Continue to keep the church in prayer and keep us in prayer as we continue to lead the church. We got a lot of things that we lead. We lead the church, we lead the family, we lead ourselves. But it's life. Listen, it's part of life, and so we just gotta live it, enjoy it as much as we can on this earth. As much as all the chaos around us, we still gotta love and continue to move forward and not get caught up with all. Don't get caught up with that. Let's continue to love each other and be there for each other.
Amén.
Right?
Amén.
Yeah. I love you.
I love you too.
Okay. No, un beso aquí. No.
We kissed the last
Estamos en
time.
la iglesia. No. I
We
love you.
kissed the last time.
Estamos en la iglesia.
Amén.
I do give a kiss in church.
We do kiss
She's
in
my
church.
wife, yeah.
I mean, we don't make out. We just.
Why you
know.
have to go there? I knew you. I should have just pressed the end.
Bye. Love you guys.
God bless you guys.
Bye.
Take care.
Bye.
And again,
Bye.
thank you for your time. And like and share. That always helps. So, if you don't follow me on YouTube yet, please do, because I don't think I hit 100 yet. Man, that taking forever.
Tantito.
Yeah, people got like 10,000 subscribers. I got 98. 98. That's
Yeah.
about the bit. I need 2 more for the 100 sheep.
Pity's not good either. Like
I'm not. That's why I'm not pity. I'm not asking
Yeah,
for
but
pity.
subscribe,
Yeah, that's not pity. That's what you do. You tell get
Hit
subscribe.
like.
Just hit that like and let's go.
share.
That's what I said.
I know. I'm just repeating it.
And then, or if
I'm
not,
emphasizing it.
or if not, I can do this. I can do this. Yeah, erased it. I can do this. Like, share,
Look at that
and,
and subscribe.
Yeah, you can tell she watches my live.
I live with you. Why do I gotta watch it?
Yeah, I love you.
Love you guys. Bye. We can be here
Wait.
forever.
You guys.
It's gonna be a
you guys
2-hour
are funny.
show.
No, it's not. It's only an hour and 13.
All right.
God bless you.
Oh, now we could be long because you could be long.
No, I'm gonna hang up. I'm gonna. I'm gonna hang.
Bye.
God bless you guys. Take care, and we'll move on. Listen, let us know again. I think the last time, and I don't remember. If you have a theme, something that you want us
They
to
did.
talk
It was a
about
list of things. You have to go on to the last
on
one
the
and
last
check.
one, I'm gonna have to do that. Willie Natal, what's going on, my brother? Listen, you gotta get
You
on my
snooze,
podcast,
you lose.
man. I gotta have you, Willie. Come on, man. But anyway, no, they can just go back and watch it.
That's what I said.
Yeah. No, you
Oh,
said
I say you snooze, you lose. I know, because now we're hanging up.
Why you snooze?
I mean, we're
Why?
disconnecting
Nah, see, you
or
laughed at me.
shutting off or
You
whatever you
snooze,
call it on this.
You snooze, you lose.
Because you fell asleep on the job. You kind of like fell asleep, so you lost the opportunity.
See,
Really?
she helps me with all the
Wow.
the sayings.
I still love him. He's pretty. That's why I love him.
I'm not pretty. That's for women. I'm handsome.
Ay, please. This is a gender free.
Okay, guys, man. Dios le bendiga.
Bye. I'm just kidding, Mom and Dad.
God bless you guys. And,
Bye, guys.
We'll see you on the next one. She got hooked, so
I did not get hooked.
You got no choice.
I didn't get hooked.
You got Mariana's laugh. See?
Oh my God.
You were making them laugh. That's the key about this. You make people laugh. Laughter is a cure. It helps. It heals. It is. They say people are more
I
healthy.
feel like this is like a phone call that you just can't hang up.
Yeah, I'm gonna hang up. Anyway, God bless you. But how about you? If I stop, you'll keep talking.
No, we're claro.
Okay. So anyway, can you guys do me a favor? I can go back to the thing, but you know how many videos I have? So for me to look for that one,
You can't find ours?
why
don't you can't file it? Like put it in a special file so it's always there?
No. I think I can find it.
Really?
Bernie,
you can't like this?
Bernie's
I don't know
gonna
anything about social media.
Bernie,
Hi, Bernice. We're hanging up. I told you a freaking hour ago to log on.
We're disconnecting.
We're disconnecting. But no, there's no file that you can put this in? Like, so it's all under the same thing?
No. I can. There's other ways I can get it. I got it.
Oh, okay.
I got it. I just gotta. But either way, can you just put in the comment if there's any theme that you think we should talk about, please, on the next one?
Yeah, next month is St. Patrick's Day.
Luis González, Dios te bendiga, siervo de Dios Altísimo. What you say?
Next month is St. Patrick's Day. Maybe they wanted to talk about
Yeah, with St. Patrick.
It's a joke, because we did love for February.
I know.
God.
You're funny. Anyway, just let us know, and this way we can. I had to rescue Leah.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Is she okay?
No. That conversation is in the phone. That's a phone conversation, Bernice. Yes. Actually, I don't know if Leah's watching. So is Leah watching?
I don't know.
Say hello to Leah too. Hi, Bernice.
Hi, Leah.
Hi, Leah. Hi, Mom. Hi, Dad.
Why your voice change when you say hi to your mom and dad?
Because I respect, man.
You're such a weirdo. I love you guys.
I'm a weirdo.
Because you said, hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom.
Hi, Dad.
Luis, Dios te bendiga. Un saludos. Pastor. Dios te bendiga. But anyway, man. Vamos para adelante. And like I said, keep us in your prayers. The best thing you can do, if you love us, pray for us. And also follow us on Facebook. Come on, give me that 200, por favor. But I am not being pity. I am not trying to, no, I'm just saying. But anyway, God bless you. Take care. And hasta la next one. Okay? Blessing. Oh, I already put that up there. So, saludo. Nos vamos. I'm going to press bye.
I still talking.
In the comments, put what theme or topics you think we should talk about. I think there's some great things that we could do. I know we got to figure it out. We got to make our own list because there's some good things. But not that Japanese deal. Bye. Nos vemos. Un saludo cariñoso. Everybody's getting on now, but it is what it is. Go back, and then next time we'll give you the next day when we're going. Yep, keep it up. Go ahead, keep waving until I'm done. No, adios. Dios me la bendiga. Thank you guys. Bye. Say bye.
Bye.
Adios.
I said bye like 50 times.
Adios.
Bye. God bless you.
Damari, your sister, see?
Hi.
Everybody's getting on now. Why y'all getting on now?
Well, maybe we should do this later, not at 8 o'clock.
Okay, so this is a good goal. I'm gonna do here's a poll. What or a
we
question?
did it late the last time too. It wasn't at 8 o'clock. Yeah, it was after church.
I think that's why.
I'm sorry. I thought I was by myself. Started messing with my shirt.
La gente, because 9 o'clock, you think 9 o'clock is better. So let me know you think if 9 o'clock is better on Mondays, 9 o'clock on a Monday, because we're not doing every Monday, right?
No.
And once a month, or twice. But Monday, once a month, and 1.5. So anyway, once a month, we're gonna get on. Let us know if you think it's better 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock. But and the most thing we'll go with that. Okay? Saludos, Damari. Saludos a todos. Los quiero mucho.
You missed the show. It wasn't too much of a show, but you know.
It was good. What do you mean? It was good. What do you mean? So what you do? We're gonna do flips here?
Ay, ay, ay.
Yeah, people were blessed. People were saying amen, and they were laughing. We did our job. God bless you guys. Adios.
Ciao, ciao. Bye-bye. Arrivederci. So long. Farewell. Auf Wiedersehen, my friend.